The Spellbound Chronicles, Forest of Darkness, Chapter 6. Into the Unknown. Aaron and Lana stepped into a world they did not recognize.
"Where are we?"
Lana queried.
"This isn't the usual place. No one to meet us either, not even Tiblu."
Tiblu was trained in the art of wizardry by Balgair, the late great master wizard of Sherwood Forest. Alarmed, Aaron said,
"There isn't anybody."
They stared in disbelief at the landscape before them. It looked dark and lifeless and grey, as though they'd arrived on the surface of an alien planet and life had been sapped out of everything.
"It looks dead,"
Lana wailed.
"The leaves, the trees and the grass,"
she observed.
"Do you think we've bypassed Tiblu's time and travelled too many centuries into the future?"
She screwed up her eyes, hoping that when she opened them again all would be as it should be.
"Oh, Aaron, I'm not liking this one bit. I'm frightened." Clem was in a mood, which isn't like him. All the snow, like an instant snowfall, and ice arrows. Where the heck did they come from? It was bloody dangerous, Lana.
At the mention of ice arrows, Lana touched her cheek, then looked at her hands to see if the bleeding had stopped. Her voice trembled with anxiety.
"What are we going to do? We can't just stand here. Oh, I wish Yaya was here. At least here there's no snow and it's not too cold,"
Aaron pointed out.
"Who do you think sent the arrows? Do you think it was some sort of warning?"
Lana shuddered, at the same time trying to put on a brave face.
"I have no idea."
Aaron shrugged his shoulders.
"But I'm sure if anybody turns up to meet us, we'll find out."
A squawk from behind instantly put them on the alert. They spun round and gasped. Clementine, Clem's twin sister and guardian of the key to the monolith in Tiblu's dimension, was morphing from crow to human and beckoning madly for them to follow her. Her rust-coloured ankle-length dress and long red hair was blowing wildly in a breeze that didn't reach the hapless pair. Both Clem and his sister's clothing appeared when needed and disappeared once in bird form. Lana and Aaron found it a really weird phenomenon. They realized that the landscape in front was totally different from the one behind them. Mystified, they looked back and forth. Almost one half was dead and grey. Even the sky was dark, as if a huge black cloud hovered high above the trees. Where they were, though, in the circle, and behind Clementine standing outside it, the landscape was normal, in colour, movement in the breeze, bright and alive.
"What happened since we were here last?"
Lana called to Clementine.
"Come away! Hurry before the darkness catches up with you!"
the old woman called, reaching out. Aaron didn't need telling twice. He grabbed his sister by the hand, pulled her towards the edge of the circle, jumped over the stones, and both ran hell for leather to Clementine. The three took off at a fast lick until they reached the edge of the forest and made for a well-trodden path between the trees. Slowing to a trot, Lana asked,
"Can we slow down now?"
She gasped, holding her side.
"What's going on?"
Aaron asked. Lana stopped in the middle of the path.
"Where's Tibbs?"
Brother and sister took a stance and challenged Clementine.
"Yes. Why hasn't Tiblu met us? He always has in the past."
"Oh, for heaven's sake, will you stop with all the questions and get a move on?"
Clementine's waspish reply cut them to the quick. Seemingly in the same mood as her brother was in, she immediately softened and said,
"I'm sorry, but this darkness is affecting my mood and lives are at stake. Tiblu could not come to meet you. However,
he told me to tell you that he would explain."
Then mumbled,
"As much as he is able."
Louder, she continued,
"When we get to Roger's Kitchen Cafe."
Roger was the younger wizard Tiblu's and his brother's chef, uncle, and brother to their mother, Annie. The fear Lana had experienced on previous visits returned, and she could sense Aaron was anxious by Clementine's snitty attitude.